As content creators, we are in direct control of how much we work and how that work is done, which can be really liberating, but sometimes human beings get sick. It can be really stressful to maintain your momentum and your flow while your body is telling you to lay in bed all day. The reality of being a content creator, though, is that we don't get sick days. So how do we maintain our content flow, take care of our community, and baby our illness at the same time? What's up guys, it's Ashnichrist and welcome back to my channel where I teach you to pursue your dream and learn to stream, and I am so excited to be back because I have been sick for about the past month. Shout out to my Discord and The Witcher 3 for getting me through what was a really stressful time. It can make you feel really guilty if you're not able to create content. For me, I had the flu and then I had cedar fever, so I had really bad allergies and I coughed non-stop. I actually recorded a couple of podcast episodes while I was sick, and while those will be coming out, I'm not super crazy about the amount of coughing and just the quality of like my own ability to carry on a conversation during those couple of episodes. The guests that I had were amazing and fabulous, and I'm definitely still gonna put them out because they gave a lot of value, but I don't recommend recording podcast content whenever you have the flu and allergies at the same time. It was not good. So anyways, I digress. In this video I want to talk to you guys about what I could have done better to really keep up my momentum and my flow with my content, so that next time whenever I do get sick, you guys don't have to deal with not having any new videos for like 2 weeks. Also, if you didn't know, and this is the first time you're hearing about it, yes, I have a podcast. It is called the Stream Coach Podcast. It's on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, and Anchor. If you're interested in checking that out, I post a lot of additional content that you don't see on the YouTube, and there I just basically talk about everything that I talk about here, but it's additional information for you. So if you're really into pursuing your dream and learning to stream, but you want to listen to my topics while you are maybe at the gym or driving home from work, then you have that option there as well with that podcast. Okay, let's get into it, my friends. Let's do this. So step one, whenever you are sick, is to not feel guilty. It's really easy whenever you are creating content consistently to feel like you have to do that all the time because your community expects it of you. But what really happens is that your community legitimately begins to care about you. And so I had people that were telling me, seriously, stop working, stop recording podcast episodes, and just focus on getting better. And more than likely, you have people that are going to be saying things like that as well. The benefit of being a content creator is that your people genuinely care about you and they genuinely want to see you better, just as you genuinely care about them. And so making sure that you're taking care of yourself and just being there for those people if you can while you're sick is a really great thing to do. But I totally get it because it can be really hard to not feel guilty whenever you are sick as a content creator, because the expectation is that we're just always available to create content at all hours of the day, like we are superhuman robots, but unfortunately it's not always the case. So sometimes we do need to take the time off, and we just can't feel guilty about it. We can't force ourselves to do things that our body is telling us and screaming at us, please don't do this. It's really important that as creators we manage to take care of ourselves and maintain our own health and our own immune system so that we have that longevity and we are able to keep creating instead of having to take a month off every couple of months because we're sick. I think one of the most important skills that you can learn really in any profession, but especially in content creation, is just communication. So if you really are sick, being able to clearly communicate to people what you're able to do, what you're not able to do, and where your boundaries are and when you expect to be back, all of that is super important. And your ability to communicate that in a way that makes people care as opposed to makes them feel like you're coming across as like some kind of baby or victim is really important as well. So we're not going to guilt ourselves. We're going to communicate with our community, let them know where our boundaries are, just like we always do, and then tell them the expectation of when we think we will be able to return. But we also need to set the solid boundaries, so decide what we can and we can't do. There will be things that you can definitely continue doing while you're sick, and there will be things that you just can't. Depending on the sickness, the things that you could do would be things like introducing yourself to companies that you might want to work with in the future, developing new graphics or having somebody else make some graphics for you, resetting up your stream to be fresh and new, or something that I really enjoy doing, which is planning out more of my content, because I really believe that having a plan for your content is super important and will get you a lot further. There are some sicknesses that you can stream through. Mine, unfortunately, I was coughing a lot, so I wasn't really able to record videos or really to record as many podcast episodes as I wanted, but there are some sicknesses where you will be able to stream or to create content even though you are sick. And my advice for that situation is to take it easy on yourself. Do not overexert yourself because your body is still healing. If you're doing something like streaming on Twitch, which is naturally going to require a lot of energy from you, make sure that you clearly communicate with your mods. And again, this is why communication is just so important. Make sure that you clearly communicate with your mods, or maybe put up a text on your stream that tells new people that are stopping by or old friends that are coming by that you are sick and to not expect the amount of energy that you usually pour into your channel. So definitely with your mods, I would say that they know to make people aware that whenever they come in, hey, I love hanging out with you guys and I love spending time with you, but I'm sick and I just can't overexert myself right now. That way the expectation is set. So that's why communication, setting expectations and all of that is so important, so viewers know what they will be getting out of your channel. If you're really sick, there are going to be back-end administrative tasks that you just can't do yourself. So maybe delegating those tasks, you could reach out to somebody like a virtual assistant, or maybe you have somebody that's been helping you with kind of administrative tasks in your community. Talk to that person and see if there's anything that they would be willing to do while you are sick. One of the biggest things for consistent content creators to have whenever these situations come up is a solid backlog of content, and I am a stronger believer in this than I even was before, because when I got sick I only had about a week's worth of extra content. So you guys were still getting YouTube videos and you were still getting podcast episodes, but unfortunately they ran out pretty quickly because I was sick for a month. So now my expectation and my recommendation to you is that you have at least a month of solid backlogged content. Now, this is easy if you have a podcast or if you have a YouTube. You can use a scheduler while you're sick and you just have everything planned out and you're good to go. But this is not as simple for a Twitch stream. So what do we do with live stream content? There are a lot of options here. Like I said earlier, if you're feeling like you might be able to stream but just do something very relaxed, then that's totally fine. It's all about setting that expectation and communicating with your people. But if you're not really feeling up to it, there are a lot of different things that Twitch has on the platform to help you try and maintain your presence. The first option that you have is your channel feed, and this is basically like Twitter but on Twitch. So you're able to post announcements or things that are valuable or relevant for your community and keep them engaged, to kind of keep you in their minds. The channel feed I think is really awesome, and it's got a lot of potential for a lot of different people, but really with the channel feed, a lot of people just post when they're going live. And while I think that's a great idea, I think there's a lot of room for iteration and innovation in this, and people that know their value have a lot of potential to be able to throw that value into the channel feed and to really innovate like has never been done before. Another thing that you could do is use this time to visit your friends' streams and see what they're doing. See what some successful popular streamers are doing and maybe find ways that you can innovate that or find new ideas to bring to your channel. So whenever you are sick, it's a great time to really go out there and not only to keep your relationships alive, but to also go out and see what else is in the world. Another thing you could do, and this is pretty obvious, but you could do a rerun of one of your past streams and actually sit there and watch it with your community. So people are still gonna get that going live alert. like you are normally going live, but it will be rebroadcasted content. So it's something that you've already created or that you've already streamed, but you'll have the opportunity to watch it with your community. So that's kind of fun. It gives them a different take on your content because you're able to actually be there and experience it with them, and it might show you some really good insights onto how you can improve your stream. And the next thing that you could do is with Twitch's new premiere feature. I think there's a lot of potential with this feature. To be honest, one of the things that I don't like about it though is that running a premiere now is required anytime you upload a video. So what happens is all of the YouTube videos that I've been creating, I've actually been publishing on Twitch as well, but now I'll actually have to run a premiere. And what the premiere is whenever you upload a video to Twitch, you have to schedule these premieres in 30-minute increments. So you can have one at like 12:30, one at 1, one at 1:30, one at 2. Premieres are naturally going to draw a smaller audience because they are smaller videos. These are more like YouTube videos, so they're going to be 10 or 15-minute long videos most of the time, unless you are uploading something like a documentary or maybe you have a collaboration with another creator. So you upload this premiere and it actually goes live. And that's really awesome because you're able to be there with your community and you guys can all experience the premiere together. But some videos just aren't going to need that. Sometimes you'll want to upload things in bulk, and so you'll have to run premiere after premiere after premiere, and you can't go live whenever you're premiering something. So this is really great for people that are sick, for maybe if you're doing an intro or an outro to your stream, or if you want to have a scheduled lunch during a stream. Those are really great reasons to use it, but not every video is going to need a premiere. Although for the topic of this video, since it is that you are sick, that you're not going to be able to stream consistently, premieres would be amazing because you can show somebody a video, maybe something that you've had backlogged for a few months, throw it up on your channel and watch it with your community. They can give you advice on what they enjoyed, what they didn't like, and you can use that time to learn how to make your content better or just to meme around and throw a bunch of emotes down. Honestly guys, I think having a solid backlog of content is one of the most important things that you can do. Having a month is really the goal, I think, for every creator. So if something like getting sick happens, I phrased that really weird. Why did I do? If you get sick or if you go on vacation, then you're still able to have a presence online and to still be creating even though you might be stuck in bed for 48 hours straight like me. So yes, now my goal is to have a solid month backlog of the podcast, the YouTube, and when I get back to Twitch on April 1st, Twitch content. So that way I'm still able to stick to the same schedule even though I'm sick. I'll still have content coming out for you guys no matter what. This brings up an interesting point though, is should our schedule change when we get sick? Now, if you don't have a full month of content available for you to be putting out and you are sick for that entire month, if you think you're going to be sick for a while, it might be smart to go down to maybe a couple of YouTube videos a week, maybe one podcast episode a week, and maybe a couple of Twitch streams a week. So that way you're still there, you're still maintaining that presence, but you're lessening the pressure on yourself to have a ton of backlogged content, because I know not everybody is going to be able to have a month's worth of 4 YouTube videos a week, 1 podcast episode a week, and multiple Twitch streams a week. Sometimes that just won't be available, or maybe you won't have built up to that point yet. And so checking your schedule and kind of decreasing it so that you are able to still keep that content flow going, but just decreasing it a little bit while you're sick is really great. Once again, it goes back to communication and you just setting that expectation for your community. I've really lost what number we're on tip-wise, so I'm just gonna say our next tip is to stick close to your community. Honestly, my Discord totally got me through being sick. It was amazing hanging out with them, playing The Witcher 3, and just blowing my nose every like 30 seconds and eating a bunch of soup. They really got me through it, and so sticking close to your community in times of hardship, I think, is one of the greatest things about being a creator. Like, we create to build a community. That's the entire point of building a brand online anymore, is just you making something that people love so that you can all come together about it and around it. And so I think the best thing that you can do in times of struggle, whether that's you're moving or you're really sick or you've had some personal issues, something is going on in your life that's really causing you stress, is to just go back to your community and look for that support and that love from them, because you would give it to them if they were going through that, right? They're gonna do the same thing and give it to you. By the way, if you guys want to join my Discord, there is a link down below. It's a really awesome place where a lot of content creators have kind of joined together and like linked arms, and we help each other with questions all the time as far as Twitch streaming, maybe some YouTube stuff goes, and it's really great spot to be, especially if you are a creator. My next tip is to take your medicine. Take care of your body. Your body should be your #1 priority whenever you are sick. Yes, we still want to create our content and make sure that our community is engaged, and that's awesome, but still, your own health and your well-being needs to come first, and if you ask anyone in your community, they're gonna tell you the same exact thing. So drink a lot of water, rest, take your medicine, make sure that you are doing everything you can do so that you can get to 100% as quickly as possible and get back to creating for everyone. Better yet, just don't get sick in the first place, right? Make sure that you're doing things like exercising, drinking a lot of water, eating healthy, taking vitamin C, taking all your vitamins, and taking care of your body so that you don't get sick again. If you do get sick, these tips will really help you, but to be honest, we'd rather you just stay healthy forever and just never have to deal with any sadness or sickness in your life, because we love you. Let me know what you like to do to keep up with your content in your community whenever you get sick. And if you guys are looking for more advice, make sure you check through those comments, because the people down there are super smart. And if you're new here, slap me on the face right below this video for videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, it's the new year, we're adding in that one, and Sunday on how you can pursue your dreams and learn to stream. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh no, it's coming back.